How do you feel about technology and some of the stuff coming out? Because I was watching a YouTube channel or something. I saw a self-driving truck, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
So, I mean, I've been doing trucking. It's pretty much like, it's a oil field type game. Like, it's old school. So, in order for the driver, the dispatcher, and the broker to get their loads moved from point A to point B, they got self-driving trucks. That's here, but that's 15, 20 years for somebody actually gonna be, it's nobody gonna be in the truck. So I got 20 years on them, maybe 15 if possible. But I mean, I can really see that it's gonna take a long time because the COVID, all the people that came in COVID, got into trucking, they gone. They got in, they didn't see it. It wasn't what they thought it was gonna be. So it only made a great opportunity for the people that stuck in there, and it actually made more work. So to be honest with you, I'm stronger than I ever been. I thank God for it. So, and I love it. I love it. But I don't think the self-driving trucks is gonna really, it's not gonna really mess with the freight prices, because you're gonna need somebody to come to the door at Amazon and drop your packages off at their door. You're gonna need that. A robot can't do that yet. He can't get out that truck. He can't get out that truck and come to your door and drop the Amazon package. Or he can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's gotta go, and not only that, it's gotta go to the store. So it's gotta go from the warehouse to the Walmart, and then you gotta go and walk in the store and pick your stuff up off the shelf. So we way, way far from them dropping that stuff off, like your food and stuff at your house. That's gonna be, that's like 50, even though you gotta go to Sam's Club and pull up, you still gotta go up there and drive and open the back gate for them to put the stuff in the back of your car.
That's true.
So, it's time. It's not gonna be right away. It's gonna take us probably about a good, I'd say 10 or 15 years before we ever get there.
Yeah, that's true, man. I would agree with that, man. Most people don't know. I used to actually drive truck for JB Hunt Intermodal when I first moved up here. I drove truck for a little bit over a year. And the thing about driving truck is that, you gotta go from point A to point B, but sometimes going from point A to point B is easy. When I was driving truck, I might get to the shipper, and they might take 3 hours before they can even unload me.
Correct.
And you got other things that you're dealing with even once you get to your destination. So I can kind of see how that can be down the line for sure, because it's more than just getting from point A to point B. It's all the other things that come along with what happens after you get to the shipper. And then even, you get there, sometimes, there's a miscommunication with the bill of lading and this, that, and the third, or this happens and that happens. So a lot of the work in trucking is from the time you get to the shipper to the time you either get your new load and leave. It ain't getting your load and going from point A to point B. It's all the other stuff that's in between.
Agreed. Yeah, it is definitely, it's a lot of steps into it. So, but that comes with trial and error. You'll start learning what different warehouses and shipper, how they kind of respond. So I'm pretty sure you say, I'll probably never go back there again. Once you got there, you see it was too much. You're like, hey, don't send me back over there. So, it just comes with time and error. So trial and error with everything that you do. I mean, you learn from our mistakes. We learn. So, but man, as far as trucking, man, I couldn't have picked a better career as far as I make my own schedule like you do. We don't have to really, we're working for ourselves. So it's almost like, even though we got to work harder, we got to work a lot harder, but it's definitely worth the sacrifice as far as your time, because we can just say, hey, let's go to Vegas, and we can block them days out and we gone, and we can enjoy it. So yeah, definitely, I definitely love it, man. So yeah.
Well, cool, man. Let's transition a little bit, man. I know you've been doping trucking and all that other stuff, but I also know you have some other skill sets.
Yes.
In terms of just investing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I've learned a lot of tidbits from you and stuff from just the stock market and some of those things, man. Let's transition and talk a little bit about the stock market, man.
Yeah.
How did you get into investing in stocks?
Man, that's a long story. Like, and most people, I mean, they're not gonna give you this story. I learned the stock market from actually being broke. No money, zero. Paying a mortgage on the house, mortgage $2,200 a month. Didn't miss a payment for 4 years. And, you know, I got 3 or 4 cars outside. I got a motorcycle, and you know the money not coming as fast as it was. And I ended up getting behind on my mortgage probably like 6 to 8 months. And what I did was I learned about money. I learned that the interest rates that I had on my house was high, 7 or 8%. And I went and we did an audit of our finances. So I'm like, okay, this house is $2,200 a month. For 4 years, we did the math. I think it was like 130 grand. We paid $279 for the house. In 4 years, the house only dropped to like $262, $120,000 later. So once I learned that, you know, being down and nobody can really help you, your money that's coming in is more important than going out. So that's when I really started looking at my finances. I dug deep and I was like, you know what? You know, I can't let this happen because, you know, I'm about to foreclose on my house and nobody can save you. Your parents can't save you. And your friends can't say, they ain't got it. Your wife looking at you. So, you know, but once I figured out that money is not made to be spent, large amounts of money. If you get $10,000, you get tax return. It's not made to be spent. It's made to be invested and work. Let somebody work it, invest it into some stuff, stocks, bonds, anything you get yourself into. I would say invest in it. It has worked out for me graciously. I mean, I couldn't even tell you, but it has worked out so good. I don't even have to work, but I love to work. So I would never stop doing that. But the stock market is real. You know, it's real. If you go do your math and you go do your calculations and sit down with a pen, me and my wife and my kids was busting them all down. As you know, we all do. Yeah. Busting them all down every weekend. One day I looked up. I said, hey, why all the people in the Apple store? You know the line. The line is stupid. So I'm like, if I ever let me get me some money. I'm gonna invest every penny I got. So I started buying Apple, Microsoft, stocks that, you know, we was on computers when we was kids. Apple, where Apple going? Where Microsoft going? Nowhere. Where all these companies, you know, these are billion-dollar companies. So I did my research. I got my wife, uncle, his name Uncle Ed, smartest person in my family or our family, and we crunched the numbers. And I took $100 every time I get a paycheck, $300, and I just built it up from there and just kept dropping it down. Like if I was going to the mall to buy some Jordans, I went and bought stock, and the stock has accumulated. Like if it's a percentage, I couldn't even put the percentage on that. So, you know, but definitely invest. If you got a 401k or you can invest into like some bonds or IRAs, do that. You know, if you got some money you can match it. Cause, you know, in 5 or 10 years, if you put 5,000 and turn to 30, it's better than putting it in a checking account. What you gonna get out of that checking account?
Nothing. With inflation, you're gonna lose money.
Inflation's so high right now.
You're gonna lose money with the bank account.
Go check some eggs, some boiled eggs. Go check some eggs out. See what that egg count is.
Bro, I went to the store to get some milk and eggs, some loaf of bread. I think I spent like $40, and I'm like, what bad?
Man, I already know it's crazy.